Today, we are diving into one of the toughest parts of dementia care, the behaviors that can be so hard to understand. But the goal here is to really shift our perspective, to move from a place of confusion and frustration to one of compassion. We're going to give you some real practical tools you can use. So let's jump right in. Wow, that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? If you're a caregiver, I am sure this feeling is incredibly familiar. It's not just confusing, it can be frightening and honestly just emotionally draining. It can feel like the person you love is disappearing right in front of you. But here's the most important thing to hear. There is a path back. And it's not about trying to fix them. It's about changing our approach, learning a new way to communicate and care. And in the next few minutes, we're going to explore exactly how to find that path. Okay, so let's start with the absolute most important idea that can change this entire experience. It's all about making a fundamental shift in how we think about what's happening. This right here, this is the whole game. We have to stop seeing these behaviors as someone trying to be difficult. They are not doing it to you. It's a symptom of their disease, no different than a cough is a symptom of a cold. And even more than that, it's a way of communicating when their words are gone. Exactly. This is the question that changes everything. The moment we start asking this, we stop being frustrated and we start being problem solvers. Our whole role shifts. And that brings us to this really powerful idea, thinking of yourself as a compassionate detective. I love this. The behavior, that's the mystery. And your job, it's to find the clue, which is almost always an unmet need. You're not there to correct them, you're there to understand. So here are the first clues you're going to look for. I mean, think about it. Is it something simple? Are they just thirsty? Pain is a massive one, especially if they can't tell you where it hurts. Or maybe it's emotional. Are they lonely, bored, frustrated because they can't do something they used to? This is your go-to checklist.
All right, so you've got the detective mindset. Now what do you actually do when you're in the thick of it? Let's break down a super practical method you can use right away.
This is it, your core strategy. It's 3 simple steps, but they are incredibly powerful. First, you validate. You acknowledge their feeling, even if the reason makes 0 sense to you. I can see you're really worried. Next, you join them in their world. Don't try to drag them into ours. You're looking for your wallet? Okay, let's look for it together. And finally, once you've connected, you distract and gently redirect them to something else, something calming. Now, this is maybe the hardest part, but it is absolutely crucial. You have to let go of using reason and logic. Arguing about what's real will only make things worse. Their brain is just wired differently now. So your job is to respond to the emotion they are feeling, not the behavior you're seeing. That is the golden rule. So that 3-step method is your go-to move in the moment. But a good detective also does things to prevent mysteries from happening in the first place, right? So let's add a few more tools to your toolkit. Routines are your best friend. Why? Because habit memory can stick around long after short-term memory is gone. A predictable day, waking up at the same time, eating around the same time, going for a walk. It creates a sense of safety and security. It just removes a ton of anxiety from their day. You know, a lot of those big emotional blow-ups can actually be prevented. As a detective, you start to notice the triggers. Maybe it's loud noises, or too many people in the room, or even being asked too many questions at once. If you can create a calm, simple environment, you can stop these fires before they even start. Sleep. This can be a huge challenge for so many caregivers. You've probably heard of Sundowning, right? That time in the late afternoon when confusion and agitation just seem to spike. Well, there are things you can do, like getting more activity and sunlight during the day and having a really calming, simple bedtime routine to help get their body clock back on track. Okay, now, we have to talk about the single most important person in this entire situation, and that's you. None of these strategies, none of this compassion is possible if the caregiver is running on empty. You are the anchor in the storm, and that anchor has to be strong. Let's just be really honest here. This is a tough job. It is relentless, and needing help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of survival. You have to protect your own well-being. It's not selfish. It's absolutely necessary if you want to be there for them in the long run. I mean, just look at the difference here. When you try to do it all by yourself, the path almost always leads to burnout, feeling totally isolated, and just stress. But when you find support, whether it's from family, a support group, anyone, You build resilience. You find connection. It's a total game changer. So after all the tools and techniques, let's just end on this one simple truth. The person you're caring for takes their cues from you. When you're calm, it helps them feel calm. When you're reassuring, it helps them feel safe. Your presence, your emotional state, that is the most powerful tool you have. Period. So, I'll leave you with this question to take with you. The next time a challenging behavior pops up, put on that detective hat. What's the first clue, the first unmet need you're going to look for? Starting there, well, that's your first step back to connection.